For the first time, a Jewish history learning game is coming to the mobile phone and tablet. Jewish Time Jump New York is a mobile, place-based, augmented reality game and simulation in the form of a situated documentary. Working as a reporter for the Jewish Time Jump Gazette, the player is tasked by their editor with traveling back through time to Greenwich Village, New York of the early 1900s. There, based on the player's GPS location, they encounter historic events, characters, and historic artifacts on their quest to find a story that has been lost to time, and then bring that story back to their editor in the present day. Players gather perspectives on the ground from the characters they meet, track down clues, try to avoid attacks by thugs for hire, known as Starkers, and learn about multiple points of view. Aided by their trusty time travel device and companion, the chronometer, known in the game as Hank, players navigate a time of excitement, turmoil, unrest, and great change in Jewish American immigrant history. The game explores the immigrant experience in New York, including the uprising of 20,000, a garment worker strike led by young Jewish women organizers years before women even had the right to vote. There were Jewish factory bosses, Jewish journalists, and Jewish workers, and the game raises questions about Jewish life and perspectives at the time. Because Jewish history is always intertwined with the history of other peoples, Italian and Irish immigrant characters play into the game's story as well. Jewish Time Jump is a place-based game and simulation. It uses GPS location of the player to trigger game events and is optimized for gaming on-site in New York City. The game can also be played off-site at your local JCC, school, synagogue, or your home using QR codes, these square-style barcodes. In an augmented reality game, media is layered over actual present-day location, in this case New York City. The game superimposes historic media. In this example, you can see how the arch in Washington Square Park in 1909 is superimposed on the live image where the player stands. Jewish Time Jump features numerous digital historic artifacts that players can explore. These include newspapers of the time with translation from Yiddish to English. The game brings history to life through today's medium, the mobile device. Let's take a closer look at the game. Players receive quests via the Quest tab. Players use the Map tab to find locations to interact with different digital characters and sites. The Player tab tracks experience points, health points, and current garb. Players can switch between dressing as a worker and a boss in order to blend in with different situations. The inventory holds items such as historic artifacts, photographs, videos, and clues that the player finds along the way. The Nearby tab indicates nearby characters that can be triggered by GPS location. An additional tab can be used for running the game through QR barcodes. The game and simulation also includes video artifacts with contemporary voices and perspectives on history.
Unions were very important early in the history of this country when there was inadequate regulation.
My name is Rabbi Rachel Grant-Meyer. My great-grandmother was Becky Bursky. In 1911, Becky was working on the 9th floor of this building.
Bring the adventure of Jewish Time Jump New York to Jewish learners in your home and community. The game is available for free on the iPhone and iPad, those devices that currently support the Eris platform on which the game runs. Educators can work with Convergent in New York to arrange an on-location game day, or individuals can play on their own. Tourists can play while visiting New York. JCCs and synagogues outside of New York can play on trips to the city or simulate the location by creating QR codes. Bring learners on new adventures in Jewish history with Jewish Time Jump New York. Jewish Time Jump New York is funded by a signature grant from the Covenant Foundation. For more information, visit www.convergent.org today. Convergent is incubated at CLAL in New York.